I don't even know that you're asking for help, though, right? You're not saying that you want to change, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by what? You just
Like, what would it take for you to fully accept yourself for who you are and be perfectly satisfied in that? What would it take? Because I know you don't feel that way right now.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Nobody is, right?
We must have a high tolerance for chaos. Learn to embrace the flow.
Forgive all that we can't forget. Regret nothing we can't let go. For despite what we have learned, infinitely more we do not know.
So let us tune in frequencies.
Until new vibrations grow. Let's pretend that it never ends.
And now, it's time to start the show.
Okay, so you're a warrior.
Oh, my philosophy, right. I was telling you about my philosophy. Are you recording this now?
Yeah.
Oh,
See, sometimes that makes people more self-conscious.
oh, I see. Okay. No, wait, what the hell were we talking about? Okay, we were talking about... I lost my thought. Hold on. You're gonna edit this, right? So I could just kind of... What the fuck was I saying?
You said that you could, when you were watching UFC with Doug.
Oh, when I was predicting the fights, right. And I predicted, I say it's like 4 out of 5, but there was like 2 fights in the beginning that Doug and Hob don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, maybe you did like 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 or something like that. I don't even remember. Whatever it was, I missed one of them. I missed one of the fights because I totally misjudged Michael Cormier. That guy's a fucking if what's his face? John Jones is the unstoppable object. Unstoppable force.
Unstoppable force.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael Cormier is the immovable object. Yes.
Yeah.
So I completely misjudged him based solely on his looks. And on the other guy being more aggressive. I had no idea because I had not seen Jones and Cormier fight until after. Right. If I had known who they were, I would totally have said, Cormier, champ, you're gonna win. But, because the other guy came in like boom, boom, boom. But then after 2-3 rounds, he got tired.
Well, yeah, he brought it all out too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Cormier could take such a pounding and like not even feel it.
You thought he would just be done for.
I always go for who's the aggressor.
Okay.
Because in a fight, like let's say a sword fight, I'm always the aggressor. If I'm attacking you, I put you on the defensive. I make you retreat. I make you backpedal.
Yeah. And
the faster I make you backpedal, the easier it's going to be for you to trip on something.
Sure.
Because you don't even know where you're going. You're looking at me coming at you with my sword, trying to kill you. Okay?
Yeah.
You're trying to stay alive.
Right.
You fall down. Boom, that's it. You're done. I got you.
Yeah. So come hard and aggressive as
Yeah.
quick as you can.
I fight like a pirate. That's how pirates fight.
Hmm.
All or nothing.
Sure.
No mercy, no quarter given. It's do or die.
Sure.
Because you're literally...
Because it is.
You're a fucking pirate. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's your life.
Yeah. And you might die.
You're absolutely... And that's how the samurai thought. The samurai literally were, okay, we're dead men. We could, we're expected to die in service of whatever, right? And that's what made them fierce warriors, was that they didn't have that fear of death. It was just,
all in.
Yeah, all in. And that made you very aggressive. So in a fight, you always want to be the aggressor if you want to win. You can never be defensive or reactionary.
What happens if you get put in the position where you have to be defensive?
Run away.
Okay. Retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's always my strategy in life.
No, you should never fight first. No. Fighting is absolutely the last possible resort, backed into a corner.
If you can avoid it, right.
No. You always want to avoid it.
Yeah.
The best thing is to never even get started.
Mm-hmm.
You see trouble coming, you move out of the way, whatever.
But, like, when you know how to fight, it's you walk around and you're ready for anything, just in case. Is that sort of the attitude? It's like, well, I don't...
yeah, exactly. You learn how to fight because, hey, this is the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't some la Shangri-La.
Yeah.
We have laws and police and soldiers, and they'll protect it. No.
But who knows what's going to go down in any given moment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only reason why anyone is alive is because somebody has decided not to kill them.
Right.
Okay? If it wasn't for the law, I'm sure I'd have killed myself a lot of people by now.
Yeah.
If this was like the olden days,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like some Mongolian horseman.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'd be killing people left
If
and
you
right.
went 3 or 4 days without killing somebody...
You get itchy.
Right.
So that's how I feel all the time.
Okay.
But, because I live in a world where I don't kill people. Yeah, nobody kills people on a regular basis, so you learn to deal with it.
Yeah, you channel the aggression in other ways.
Right.
Are you doing the sword fighting lessons right now? Because I guess at that MMA gym,
No.
guy is a sword fighter?
No. He's teaching me how to do. I'm taking nunchuck lessons.
Oh, nunchuck.
Yeah, he's teaching me how to do nunchucks and how to do Cali sticks. Stick fighting.
Okay.
And also bow.
Oh wow.
Bow stick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's showing me a lot, especially with the nunchucks. That really helped. I really want to learn how to use those fucking things. They can be pretty deadly.
Do some serious damage.
They're a lot more illegal than a sword, I'll tell you that.
Illegal than a sword?
No, much more legal than a sword.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
But, just a stick. The Cali sticks are really, like this thing's way big and way heavy.
Yeah.
Like the actual ones we use in practice are much lighter.
Yeah. And cops don't use sticks anymore, do they? It's either pepper spray or guns.
Usually guns.
It's usually guns.
Yeah. Usually guns. Yeah, there was a character on one of my TV shows, and he had the best line. He's an alien. He's a Cree. And he's in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at like an old, I don't know, machine gun or something. He's like, oh, you and your primitive human toys or some shit. It's like, guns are nice for those that prefer the safety of distance. I personally prefer a blade to feel the blood of my enemy on my fingers, and
Sure, yeah.
yeah. And so,
It is. It's a whole different thing psychologically to pierce somebody's flesh with a weapon than it is to, shoot them.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, anybody can shoot a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Not anybody can use a gun. Anybody can shoot a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be strong enough to pull the trigger.
Right.
What you hit is like depends on your skill, like everything, right? Everything in life, you have to be skilled at it. And not everybody is skilled at fighting, but if you put self-defense or something into the school curriculum and start teaching kids, well, this is how you fight, or these are vital organs in the body, or pressure points, or arteries, things like that. Hey, sticks and rocks, you can find them anywhere.
Sure, absolutely.
If you're in a pinch, here's sticks and rocks. Learn how to throw fucking rock. Learn how to use a stick as a weapon.
Aggression is there naturally anyway, so it would be
not necessarily aggression, but fight or flight.
Right.
Once that adrenaline kicks in, man, it's either fight or flight.
Right.
Otherwise you get paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then you're like a goat. You're fucking dead.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
There's people that get paralyzed with fear.
Yes.
I've seen it.
I know, I've seen it too.
Yeah.
It's usually it's like a litmus. Crisis situations are a litmus test for me.
Yeah.
Because no matter who the person is, you see what they're really like when shit is actually happening.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of situations where I've been the one that had to initiate some action.
Some actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or had to figure out some resolution to a situation.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to do that at work like almost every day.
And sometimes you ask yourself, like, why am I the one that's doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just once or twice, it's all the time.
It's because we think differently than other people.
Yeah.
We, for whatever reason, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I would never say
it's always a level playing field. It's a neutral universe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everybody and everything is equally as important as anything or anyone else.
Right.
Everything has purpose. Everything is connected. Right?
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah. So, because it's all fake anyway.
Sure,
it's all a simulation.
Sure, absolutely.
We're all created out of the same hard light hologram.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to skill, right? Some people are more skilled at.
Yeah, you're born with it.
Yeah.
People are born with, for lack of a better term, God-given natural abilities.
Yes, right, exactly. Which may include just understanding the simulation better than most.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. This is a game, and you're 4 years old and you start enjoying life. Yeah.
But I actually have personal experience too.
Personal experience with
like glitches in the matrix.
Oh yeah. Well,
what's
what's the first one that comes to mind, like as an example? I mean, I'm thinking of the van story, but you might be
right.
Yeah.
The van
because that's the craziest one.
Yeah,
that's the craziest one I've heard.
Exactly. So I've told you that.
Yeah. Summarize. Can you summarize this one real quick for listeners?
No. No, because it's so fucking crazy that if you don't know me, you're just gonna say that I'm crazy.
Fair enough.
because the only other witness is you know who.
Yes, and we can't. Yeah, we can't.
So,
mention you know
yeah, exactly.
who. So it's just taking you at your word, but I mean,
Yes.
I take you at your word. So
Exactly, because you know me.
Yes.
So that's why I only tell that story to people that know me personally.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Because it's so fucked up. But for me, that's definitive proof that we live in the fucking Matrix. Because where else could some crazy shit like that happen?
Well, all you have to do is alter your consciousness a bit, like tune to a different channel or frequency, and you can see very clearly that you're in the Matrix.
I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't know what the hell happened because I was in much the same state than I am now.
Okay.
And maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe.
Or maybe my particular position when it happened. I still think that crazy ass truck has something to do with it.
Yes. Yeah, you did. You mentioned that each time that the truck.
Yeah, because I've never seen a truck like that before, since, or ever.
And it was pretty much the whole time through this experience you were behind that truck.
Yes.
And that was the only thing you were behind.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It was like the Next Generation episode with what's her name in the bubble?
Yeah.
Beverly Crusher. Computer, tell me the dimensions of the known universe. The known universe is a sphere, like blah blah blah, the size of the ship. Oh Christ! That was your universe, was the truck.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Upside down. That's why I like Dune. In Dune, they have it's like a personal shield, so that you can't fire projectile weapons at it because it acts like a shield.
But don't they have those little drill bullets or something?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Thrown?
The only thing that gets through the shield is slow motion. So slow motion. So you can fight. You have to fight, knife fight with them, and then you have to get them in a position where you can slowly push the blade in.
Oh,
it can't be done fast.
Oh, it's like oobleck.
What's oobleck?
The non-Newtonian fluid.
Okay.
Cornstarch and water.
Right.
But you mix it to a consistency so that it appears to be a fluid. Almost like wet cake batter.
Right, I know, yeah, okay.
But when you touch it and apply pressure, physical pressure to it, it turns solid.
There you go.
And the color changes from a glossy, shiny liquid finish to almost a wet sand look.
That's weird.
It's a non-Newtonian fluid. It's called oobleck.
Okay.
It's also the premise on which one theory says how the Egyptians built the pyramids.
Oh.
They moved the big giant blocks by pouring water into the sand so that as they dragged the blocks over the sand would actually harden into almost like a pavement.
That's crazy.
Because like quicksand or something like that, a non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah.
Like an oobleck.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the slaves could have built the pyramids.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The aliens just taught them how to do that.
Or something. Yeah.
That was
whatever it is. Yeah.
I was just joking.
Because there's a carving or some painting or something that, and somebody's pouring like water in front of a big stone while the slaves are dragging it, pouring it into the sand, and these so-called Egyptologist experts were always, this is ceremonial, blah blah blah. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not 2,000 years old.
Sure. Sure.
These fucking people, they act like they lived in the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just making a
there's
lot
no
of
fucking.
inferences.
So some scientist looked at it and was like, "No, this is them making fucking oobling out of the sand or whatever the fuck. And this is how they moved the blocks
Wow.
through the sand.
Wow. It's so
They
simple.
understood physics. Okay, woo. People do not give ancient peoples enough
That
credit.
I completely agree with.
Genius is genius, no
Exactly.
matter when it occurs
Right.
in history.
Right.
You're
You can do
only
amazing things with
limited-
just what's around you.
You're only limited by what's around you. Exactly. The technology available to you at the time that you yourself cannot invent.
Sure.
Okay? Because it takes a true genius to invent something.
Yeah.
Right? Or just the universe saying, okay, it's time for whatever this is to come. Here's person A, person B. One of y'all is going to get it done.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Well, and sometimes the
Like
same
Sammy
idea.
Sosa and Mark McGuire.
There you go. Right.
Like that farmer dude in RCA.
Or
Like,
Alexander Graham Bell and the other guy
Yeah.
who should have gotten
yeah,
credit.
exactly. The Italian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Another fucking Italian who
Yeah.
doesn't get credit.
Yeah, exactly. And why don't we know his name? Because he never got credit.
Yeah.
Why is there always this duality or dichotomy when big things happen? Big breakthroughs.
Yeah. And they show up
Like Thomas
simultaneously.
Edison and George Westinghouse, AC/DC.
Yeah. Well, that's because Thomas Edison was just a capitalist.
Yeah.
He was just capitalizing on others, but
Yeah.
But sure.
You know?
Wait. So what was the original point to that? Damn it.
Good question. So this will give you an idea of what this Dark Markita guy could do. Okay? Look how quick he does it. Look how smoothly he does it. He's a natural born knife fighter. He's a natural born infighter. Infighter.
Right. Okay.
Very close.
Yes. Yeah. That's tense.
That's the best way to kill somebody.
Sure.
Is up close and personal. Whatever the weapon is. But with guns, you don't have to be close.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like guns would make it very easy to kill, especially in the hands of an expert. You know? But any person can pull a trigger and get lucky, or unlucky as the case may be. They still kill somebody, just maybe not who they intended.
So are you leaning more towards everybody gets a gun or nobody gets a gun?
Exactly. Everyone gets a gun or no one gets a gun. I don't use guns, I use swords. So either way I'm screwed. I can't carry my swords around. I got no horse in this race.
Yeah.
I don't care. Have your guns, don't have your guns. I would rather have everyone have guns because then I could go out and get a gun and at least be able to carry something.
Be responsible with it.
If yeah, exactly. You have to be responsible with any weapon.
Sure.
That's why everyone should get training from when they're kids on how to at least fight and defend them.
Agreed.
And then we wouldn't even need police because we could police ourselves. Because,
Seriously reduce the need for police at least.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, totally.
or at least the bully cops. What the fuck do you need a big, huge monster hulking cop killer. Basically, they're hiring killers
Right.
and enforcers.
Sure.
That's what they're
Sure.
doing.
Yeah.
A lot of them are all ex-military guys.
Mm-hmm.
Military guys are not fit to be police. Why? Because military guys are trained to kill the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And as police officers, they're trained that the enemy are brown people. Okay?
Yeah.
It's true.
It's absolutely
You
true.
can't tell me that it's not true.
Because I'm going to.
Yeah. That's it. Simple as that.
Yeah, so you're
Train
putting them,
killer.
yeah, you're putting them into this position where they have to, or supposedly,
Right.
squash
So
this impulse
who's
to
putting
kill.
them into this position? The rich elite who want to protect their stuff.
All their shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? The real enemy.
I remember when Doug and I came out of, it was Journey in Santana,
Yeah.
like a reunion concert.
Yeah.
And standing outside of the Met were these guys with AK-47s. Outside of just like a concert,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Nothing was going on, but it was like they were there because something could happen.
Yeah.
They were going to be ready for it.
Well, it's like Hong Kong Airport. The first time I went to Hong Kong Airport, I was freaked out.
Okay.
And then I just got used to it.
Yeah.
All the police in Hong Kong Airport carry submachine guns with big ass clips.
Right.
And they always walk in pairs. And they wear camouflage paramilitary outfit with like red berets.
Sure.
Okay. Hong Kong Airport.
Hey, nobody's going to fucking try anything.
International Airport.
Nobody's going to try anything.
Right.
They have any.
The rest of Hong Kong, gun free.
Wow.
Only people allowed to carry guns in Hong Kong are police and armed security. That's it.
Okay.
And armed security is only for like armored trucks, jewelry stores with a lot of high value stuff,
Right.
and they're limited to shotguns. They're limited to shotguns and revolvers. The police carry submachine guns.
So, I mean, guns are still sold on the black market, I assume?
There's so few guns in China,
Uh-huh.
except for the borders,
Okay.
and mostly it's like the western borders with like Afghanistan and Russia. You know, the northern borders with
Yeah.
Russia, Siberia, and
The others.
the other, yeah,
Yeah,
with
just-
all the violent regions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of China is gun free. Even the police don't use guns.
Wow.
They use their kung fu.
That's pretty cool.
And
That's all you need. Most of
I
the
don't
time.
even know if they carry sticks or batons even. I think a lot of the patrolmen that I've seen, they don't have any weapons. All they use is kung fu. The police are armed with their kung fu. That's it.
Is there anything else that you can use besides? I mean, there's the tasers.
They don't have those.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though.
Not in China.
Can't we
Not in
just?
China proper.
If you went to the other side and got rid of guns and say, okay, we're going to stop using guns, you can still use a taser just to do somebody, right?
I'm not saying I'm against guns.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I think I am. I think that's only because I'm so naively idealistic that I can't imagine a future where we don't need weapons. But maybe
Right.
that is just way too unrealistic and
Well,
idealistic.
I believe that we should always be trained to at least defend ourselves.
Absolutely.
But I believe that we should be trained to defend ourselves in the best way. And for some people, it's guns.
Sure,
For
okay.
some people, it's not.
Yeah.
For some people, it's nuclear bombs. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I think people should have the freedom to find out
Yeah.
what their thing is.
Right.
And then I think they should be able to get training for whatever that thing is in school. starting from a young age.
Yeah.
Imagine you're trained your whole life to defend yourself with some whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
For Doug, it would be his sense of humor. So why not train him as a comedian or comedic writing or whatever it is, creative writing, from a young age, and let him exercise his right to defend himself with his humor as his primary weapon. Why not?
It sounds. And
if he wants
great.
to learn a secondary weapon like the sword, which he's actually taken a shine for, because for him it's very much like a baseball bat.
Ah, there you go.
So,
sure, yeah.
And I said, Doug, if you want to use it like a baseball bat, you go right ahead and use it like a baseball bat.
Yeah, just swing that thing.
Because it's your technique for your weapon. You figure it out, and then just practice. That's all. I said, just every night, just hold one of these things. Just get used to the feel. Do a little exercising with it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you this Forge and Fire. And
then you start to feel your way into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any particular kind of sword you want to see? Or
no.
Weapon?
Surprise me.
Katana is my preferred choice of weapon. I don't know why. It just feels the most comfortable to me.
Okay.
Probably because my preferred fighting style is to cut. There's different kinds of sword techniques. Okay. The highest NCO you can be is a master sergeant.
Okay.
So I know exactly what that is. A non-commissioned officer is an officer in the Army that cannot attain the rank higher than master sergeant because he does not have a college degree.
Interesting.
So the only way that an NCO could advance to a rank higher than master sergeant, so I'm lieutenant and above, is a field commission from a higher ranking officer that needs more higher ranking officers for chain of command. So like if the general dies and the next in line is promoted, field promoted to general now because he's the next in line, he's going to need someone to replace the lowest ranking officer.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets a promotion up.
Sure.
So he has to field promote the next ranking, highest ranking NCO.
Okay. Gotcha.
Non-commissioned officer.
Yeah.
Because anything lieutenant and above is you earn a commission for it.
So then
someone has to appoint you.
Yeah.
That.
So it would be a master sergeant that
it's
suddenly
the
becomes
highest rank you can earn physically. Physical people versus mental people.
Wow.
Republicans versus Democrats. This is how the society is divided.
Right.
Physical people, labor people, mental people, bosses.
Sure.
Management.
Yeah.
This is how the world is divided. This is how the world works.
There's degrees on each side, but it's
This
still
is
there's a
why
line
the
down the
country
middle.
is divided, red and blue.
Yeah.
You have the laborers. Not to say that there's not smart and dumb people on either side.
Absolutely.
There's a good mix. But this is basically where the divisions are, and you could see it because the blue is mostly on the coasts, where your more smarter jobs are, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And where more of the high money is, the big money, right? So those are your smart people, right?
And then the center of the United States, that's where all your red and agriculture.
Yeah, agriculture, manufacturing, all the physical stuff.
Right.
You know, the least accessible to direct shipments because of the ports. You know, the coast, you're able to trade a lot faster and a lot more stuff.
And you have immigrants coming
and
over, and so
right,
there's
exactly.
blending and the more
All
awareness and tolerance and the whole fucking deal.
Exactly. So your more natural, quote unquote, natural Americans are clustered all in the center state. You know?
Right.
So it really is an us versus them.
Well, it is, but geographically speaking, the us and them are completely and totally blended together. So then what do we do with this polarization? Is it just getting more and more polarized, and then it's going to slam back together? Civil war, or
it depends. Right? If you see now, it's only 1/3 of the country is really polarized.
Okay.
2/3 of the country is united.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Majority rules, right? Mob mentality.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how people work, right? Ideally, we would be anarchists and we could govern ourselves and police ourselves.
That would be the ideal.
Ideally, you know, wake up, people.
Yeah.
You know.
And educate correctly.
But you all fucking spoil it for the rest of us.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
I'm perfectly capable of governing this.
Oh,
policing
yeah, sure.
But I can't.
You can't.
Because we need these stupid fucking laws and these stupid fucking robber baron governments.
Because people
run by crooked politicians in the pockets of big money corporations.
Well, because those people, all that you just mentioned, the governments and the corporations, they don't want people to govern themselves because
they want people to be laborers to make them more money.
They benefit so much from governing.
They own everything.
Is it really that nefarious, or is it just like, look, it's a hamster wheel that we've been on for so long that these people just want to...
It's free market capitalism.
Okay, yeah.
It's as old as free market capitalism. When people learn that they could control other people by using money is when it started.
Sure.
Basically with the creation of money. Right?
Yes.
Because once money's created, hey, this is great. You'll do something that I can't do for myself, that you have the expertise to do. And then it becomes, well, if I have more money, I can hire more people to do more stuff, even stuff I could do myself, because maybe I don't want to work so hard. Right?
And I'm helping all these other people out by giving them the money that they want.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
How can I get more money? And then so divergence here. People that they evolve towards making money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It becomes, and then it just
it
becomes natural.
Cultural,
you're born into it. Yes.
Biological,
right?
Genetic. You know, it's
to the point where you say to people, "Hey, you know, we gotta fucking get rid of money. We gotta get rid of money.
Mind over matter.
Like you're crazy.
Yeah. We gotta get rid of money."
And they're like, "What?"
Or we gotta get rid of the worship of the money.
Yeah.
It's really the cult. The cult of the three quote unquote evils. Right? The cult of fame, fortune, and glory.
Why is glory an evil?
Glory?
Yeah.
Glorious victory over your enemies. War?
Sure, okay.
What's
See-
more glorified in society than victorious war?
See, I'm being picky now, but I teach this as a vocabulary
Yeah.
word. So, like, the definition that they have in the book is glory is not victory; it's the praise and honor that you receive after becoming victorious.
Yes, right.
But that's an ego trap.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it's one of the third evils.
Perfect.
I'm just
perfect.
coming at it from a different
No,
way.
no,
but yeah.
that's exactly what I mean.
Some people, they do
Yeah.
it for the glory.
That's
and
exactly
that's
what.
their motivation.
That's exactly what I mean.
okay, all right.
The ones that do it for the glory.
Yeah.
That's their so because they're goddamn psychos. Think about it.
So
Donald
true.
Trump
Yeah.
has fame. Donald Trump has fortune.
He needed the fucking glory. He needed
Donald
the
Trump
trifecta.
needs glory.
He's never gonna get it.
Well,
Vainglory. Is that the opposite?
No, it's just he needs a glorious victory over something. It doesn't even matter what.
What was that quote from? You have in every life you have an adventure to win. What is it like? You have an adventure to go on, a battle to win, and a beauty to rescue, or some shit like that.
Because we live in a fucking scripted reality, dude. Basically, everybody goes through the same goddamn
The same
story.
fucking scripts. I know.
It's just different circumstances.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, it's just different keys. You know, but the basic is still the same, right?
Wait, what do you mean? What's the basic?
You're born, you live, you die.
Pretty much.
But like you're talking about like a hero's journey or something.
Oh no, that's
Every
all like,
hero's journey is exactly the same,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Almost every hero's journey is almost
It's the same,
exactly the
The
same.
same template, the same formula.
Whether it be real or imagined, you know, it's the same, right? What the fuck is that about? There's no way something that's quote unquote real life and completely random is the same repeating pattern over and over and over and over. Okay? Right?
Wait, I'm not understanding. Explain again.
All of your blades made the size
Like-
parameters for this challenge. However, 2 of your blades
Like scientific people
Okay.
would not, they would say, we don't live in the Matrix. You're crazy.
Matt,
You can't prove that
you're
shit.
safe.
What are you talking about?
Billy, Joe,
And they would say everything is completely random. There's absolutely no destiny, no whatever.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
You know, whatever.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
right.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying they're wrong.
Joe, we have a few different
Right?
issues to work with. You were an eighth of an inch short on those
And
serrations. And actually, if you had one more serration,
I'm saying there is no separation between science and sorcery.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. Right?
Or science and spirituality.
Yeah, or anything.
No, it's-
Because it's all connected.
It's all connected. There's
It
just-
all
it's
exists.
different perspectives of looking
Right?
at the same fucking thing.
Yeah. No, it's not even the same thing. They're all whatever they are.
Okay.
Because as Napoleon Hill says, whatever can be conceived can be made real.
Sure.
Just having the very thought of something existing makes it into existence, brings it into existence.
Yes. Right.
Something that's never existed before now exists because somebody's had a thought about it to exist.
Yes.
Has created
And the more
it out of
complex
nothing.
your thinking machine,
Right.
the more complex thoughts get, and so on.
Right.
So, but when you say you think of something and it brings it into existence,
Your time starts.
It not necessarily in this reality.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It could be that you create an alternate reality.
well, did you create it, or was it already there and you're just tapping into it?
That's a good
Like,
question.
does it all? Isn't it all just? It's
Right.
Like think of
That's a very
the
good
never-ending
question.
story, like Fantasia. It's made from the hopes and dreams of a. Well, that's like the Akashic records, right? Everything that has ever been dreamed or imagined or will be,
Right.
or whatever, is all exists simultaneously,
Yeah, because
instantly accessible.
we are only one branch of a simulation
sure.
within a larger net of simulations that run simultaneously and infinitely.
It's the infinite that drives me nuts.
Yeah, but think about it. Imagine if our whole universe was no bigger than a strand of hair width worth of computer code.
Sure.
Which is also something that's been theorized.
Mm-hmm.
That all of existence is as thin as a strand of hair.
I could totally buy
And I
that.
think that those were physicists that theorized it through math. Okay?
Okay. But
So, then what else is the rest of everything if we're living on a single strand of hair? Our whole fucking universe.
well, I mean, if you think of infinity, then like it just goes on forever. So there's
No end to it.
what the fuck,
Yeah.
you know?
What does that mean? No end.
Yeah, there's,
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, let's say we live in a simulated universe, right? A simulated existence. So we can build CAD programs that are virtually limitless,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Like that game that Doug and I play,
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Everything. Right. Where you'd be start
It's
off.
virtually limitless,
Uh huh.
right?
Right.
There's no end to it. You could go on straight in line forever in
So
that game.
okay, but then so if we're in this simulation, then
Right.
when we say we, so is there an entity that is manifesting as the David Chen in this simulation, and then there's another entity manifesting as the Marcus D'Ambrose? Like what?
Or are we just one entity?
Or we're just one entity that's Like how does
That's a good question. I guess we have to die to find out.
that? Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I could tell you, man, I used to have these crazy fucked up lucid dreams when I was a kid.
Okay.
I'm really young.
Like how young?
Really young. Like maybe 2, starting from age 2,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. You know, I used to have really vivid lucid dreams. And my whole childhood. And they were always fucking crazy nuts. Half of them were like me jumping to my death.
Right.
So I've literally
You mentioned this.
yeah, I've literally like jumped to my death in my dreams like dozens of times.
Now this was consciously in your dream.
Yeah,
You were like, I'm gonna do this. What was your reason
Yeah.
for doing it?
to kill myself.
But why were you trying to kill yourself? And
I have no clue.
did you know you were dreaming when you did it?
No.
Okay. So wow.
I was I was a kid.
Yeah, right.
Okay, imagine like a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm sleeping. Next thing I know, I'm dreaming. Looking at my feet.
Right.
Standing on the edge of a cliff,
Do have a few issues.
a building, a house,
Damn.
you know,
Here towards the top, flake down towards the bottom. That's a devastating blow.
like the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls, okay?
Okay.
All kinds of crazy shit like that.
Right.
I see it exactly like this. I'm looking at my feet, standing at the edge of whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then I just feel compelled to jump. And I jump. And the rest of the dream is just me falling through the air, and I can feel the air.
Right.
I can feel the air rushing around my body. I can
Right.
hear it.
Yeah.
I can taste it. I can smell it. Okay, it's very real. This is really happening to
Sure.
me.
Sure.
And it's me because I'm in my head. It looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
But I'm not a kid. I'm an adult.
That's fucked up.
It's me looking at me now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
That's crazy.
When I was a little kid,
You remember
I had
that?
dreams like this.
That's nuts.
And
okay.
I'm like, I'm a little kid. Why do I look like an adult?
You've always remembered these dreams your whole
Yeah.
life? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
It sounds very positive in a way, though.
I think you've known from challenge
it's, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think it is.
Okay.
We've got 3 stress fractures.
So imagine that. That's not even the most fucked up of my dreams that I've had as a kid. Lucid dreams. Like, let's stick with just the jumping to my death ones. I can remember how it feels, feeling the bones in my legs break as I hit the ground.
Jesus.
Okay?
Alright.
And it happens very fast.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And I learned in physics it's something like 120 miles per second or something like that.
Okay,
Like
alright.
terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. It's the absolute fastest acceleration a human body can reach due to air friction
And you can
and
feel it.
gravity's pull. I remember how it felt, feeling my legs go
Oh.
accordion up into my body and then black. And it happened all within like half a second. You know, my whole body just and then black. Always. They always end with just black. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I believe that I died all of those times. That was me. Okay? Little kid me, my consciousness, in those versions of myself that died.
Like
At the moment of death, that was me in there as a consciousness, but not in control of the physical body, only as the consciousness.
But all right, but you said that the physical body itself though was jumping no matter what. So when you
Yeah.
were in there, you were like, you knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I was watching it like a movie
Right.
and couldn't do anything
Couldn't do anything,
about
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
couldn't control it.
Right.
I was literally just a passing.
Yeah, it's like A Wrinkle in Time, the second book.
I never read
He's
that.
able to do this thing called Kive,
Okay.
which is basically is exactly what you're saying. You take your consciousness, you put it into somebody's body, but you don't control them. You're just Like you said, you're just a voyeur.
Okay.
You know, seeing through their eyes
Okay.
as they do their thing.
Okay.
You know.
But this was my body.
Yeah,
But
right.
it
That's,
wasn't
no,
my
I
body.
understand. Yeah, yeah.
It was
you were caving into your older, future self.
Now, no. Now here is what I believe it is.
Yeah.
I believe that our lucid dreams are in reality us getting glimpses of ourselves in alternate realities.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Since there's infinite alternate realities,
Yes.
why wouldn't we all share a single consciousness from our Creator, which also explains the theory of we are each our own God
Yes.
and our own Creator, right?
Absolutely.
So I am me on some other level,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Whatever that is.
Well, this is why, I mean, and this is going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm also
Right.
not. This is why I like to take so many goddamn naps and why I like to be asleep. Because the dream world is half of our life at least.
Right.
And most people just, oh, I had a crazy dream, and then they forget it.
Right.
It's like you're missing
Yeah,
communication.
exactly.
I remember doing like a
Yeah.
lucid dream program when I'm awake in my dream.
Yeah.
And then you wake up into your real life and you start seeing connections. You remember something that happened in the
Yeah.
dream that's come. You're like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
Half of my life
Right.
is I've been ignorant of.
Right.
Messages I can receive and shit.
Yeah. That's why I like taking channings.
Really? See, that's why I don't. Ugh.
I love the dreams, but the last time I was on it, I didn't get any dreams,
No.
which makes me feel like I told you, right? I feel more like myself than I ever have in my whole life.
Yes, and what was the shift? Because you said it happened.
The shift happened when I realized that we're living in a simulation. When I accepted the fact that we are in a simulated reality. When I acknowledged the fact that I have a creator. You know? When I started living my life for unconditional love, because, okay, if I'm forced to live in this simulated reality, then I want to live the best possible life I can.
Sure.
So I want to try and approach my life and people that I interact with through love.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that.
Well, because if I
And
guess
it's been a very positive change for me.
yeah,
And I've gotten much smarter because of it. I don't know why. And I've stopped having like lucid dreams, even on the channels, which makes me feel like maybe this is it for me. Like I am a singular Dave Chen right now.
I understand. So like,
You
like
know?
whatever the lucid, it's merged. Like this is the lucid
Yeah,
dream.
this is right.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the waking life.
Right.
Right.
So then I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to try my best to live like the best life that I can, right?
Why not? Right.
Exactly. If this is as good as it gets, because I don't know what's after. If this is as good as it gets, then why not live as good as you can?
Sure. Absolutely.
Right?
Right. Whatever that may mean for you.
Yeah, whatever it is. And then, why not try and tell people, hey, look, you could have a better life. Just live a better life. Just don't be afraid to act.
Yeah.
Do something. Don't just be passive. Don't be a victim. Do something about it.
It's hard for people
It is.
because
and,
you. I
and
don't
having a
think-
destiny. I've accepted that I have a destiny.
Okay. What do you mean by destiny when you say what is the definition of destiny?
Okay. My mother went and had my fortune mapped out by a Chinese astrologer or numerologist or something. All he had was my birthday and the city that I was born in. And he calculated my destiny.
Okay.
And he wrote out exactly like the map of my life. So my destiny says that no matter how hard I work, I'll never succeed. So
All right.
it also says that for me, I should just let go and let fate do the driving. And if I do that, I'll do very well.
Okay.
So here I am. I said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'm here for you to use me however you see fit. So now, whatever I feel is the right thing to do, that's what I do. That's how I live my life now. Whatever I feel is right is what I do.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was it before that you didn't know what was right, or that you knew it was right but just weren't doing it?
No, exactly. I've always had a very strong sense of right and wrong, which, evolves over time as well, right? It's not as black and white as it used to be.
Sure, of course not.
It used to be very black and white.
Now for the kill test. In this, we have a ballistics dummy that pretty much simulates the human.
Yeah, now I live mostly in the gray area.
Katana traditionally has a razor sharp edge. That allows me to
Everything depends on the context of the moment, in a way.
Rich, you're up first.
Everything depends on everything.
Yeah.
If I have a history with a person, that definitely takes ways into consideration.
Sure.
And of course, everybody is prone to make judgments too, based upon, physical appearance and whatnot.
It's easy to do, man.
Yeah, but especially as like a fighter,
Oh.
you have to kind of assess any type of physical threat and environmental hazards and stuff like that. So I'm kind of always subconsciously doing that.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Just sizing up people and situations and things. And I think it's one of the reasons why I'm a fairly effective problem solver, or at least a brainstormer, because I'll try and think of as many different angles to any given situation as I can. And so I'm always thinking like this. So I'm always trying to see patterns and make connections and see new patterns or make new connections.
Sure.
I'm always trying to do stuff like that. But I also believe that I have faster than normal reflexes. Like I've always had this natural ability, like quick reflexes.
For with what?
Just autonomic, like physical reflexes, like avoiding reflexes, like I've just dropped something without even thinking. The foot will come out.
Wow. Okay.
Whichever side that I drop.
Yeah.
Without even thinking, like drop. Oh, foot comes right up.
Right.
I've hardly ever gotten bashed in the toes because I dropped something.
Right. Okay.
Because my feet are just. Oh, I dropped it. Oh.
Yeah.
See, it's like a knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
I pretended that even and my leg was like
It's just new. Yeah.
always been like that.
Okay.
You know, I'm just born with it. One of the things that makes me, I guess, makes me believe that I'm an effective sword fighter, even though I'm old and out of shape, is because I have quick reflexes.
Okay.
So I've to use my strength in my favor. So the way I train is based upon the samurai's ideal theory of one draw, one hit, one kill.
Right.
So that's where I focus my
It's
training.
like Obi-Wan in the cantina.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan in the
He's this old guy,
Right,
you know,
right.
and whooshum, done, over with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that only works in certain situations.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's where I focus my training.
Well, like you said, I mean, it's not like you're in a war. It's not like you're gonna have to do it every day. So it's gonna come down to a moment like that where it's,
If the moment ever comes,
yeah,
I'm prepared.
exactly. Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I've always had a calling for that. What changed your mind?
I mean, nothing really changed my mind. It's just that I take forever to do anything. You know, the phrase "late bloomer," like, it just takes me. This is why I'm so in favor of stem cells and organ regrowth and all that shit. Because if I can extend, you know, maybe another 30, 40 years, I could seriously start to get some shit accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you,
You know?
bro.
Now after 40 years that I've
Yeah.
started to figure out who I am and be okay with that.
Yeah, now you want another 80 years to like develop further. I
Yeah,
feel you, bro.
exactly. Or
Yeah.
at least be able to just leave when I'm ready to leave.
Right. Well, you can hang out with me more
Yeah.
because I'm ready to go at any time. I'll
Right.
tell you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so obviously I must know something, right? If I could say that I'm prepared to die at any given moment with no regrets in my life at all.
That's.
And I
Best
look
thing you can
forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will relish the day that I depart this godforsaken hell on earth.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So, but, you know, until then, I'm not in any hurry to go anywhere.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. It's so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Plenty to learn.
What they say, man. Blood of the covenant is thicker than the womb of the water of the womb.
Blood of the covenant is thicker than the water in the womb.
Yeah.
I agree with that. The family is thicker than, blood is thicker. Friends are.
Friends you choose.
Yes.
Family you can't choose.
Your family is not bound by blood.
Yeah.
This is what I was getting at. But yeah. Friends you choose. Well, it's like I go to the bagel buffet every morning before work. Oh, that's awesome. And there's this guy, Wally. Every person that comes into that place knows who he is.
Yeah.
Everybody, hi Wally. And he knows their name, like every person. Could be a random customer and they know Wally. And he's there every morning with his two buddies. 6:30 in the morning, there they are sitting together and they hang out for an hour or two and talk.
I told you my story about the bear, right?
No, what happened?
Remember the condos that... You remember the condos that we lived in,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah. So I was coming home from work one night, and I drove around, driving around the circle, and in the parking lot above my condo, on the right-hand side of that circle, the loop coming towards us, right? I see a bear walking in the parking lot.
Oh, shit.
On my way home. And it's like a single brown bear or something. I don't know. Maybe it looks like it's like 800 pounds or something like that.
All right.
I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was a good size. It was probably about the size of a dumpster.
Yeah. Something you don't want to mess with.
And I think it was probably looking through dumpsters or something. So I saw it and I got all excited and happy. And so I pulled my car into the parking lot. And the bear saw me, looked behind, looked at me, looked away. And I put the car in park and I got out of my car. I started walking towards the bear with my hand out like this.
What?
And the bear saw me, looked back, saw me, and then started walking away. And then I started chasing the bear. And I was trying to touch it.
Oh my god.
It's a bear, a real life bear right here.
Right.
When else am I going to get a chance to touch a wild bear?
Yeah, but that's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, but I know. But I wanted to know what a wild bear feels like.
Yeah.
Because I've been told that my hair feels like a bear. So I wanted to see if my hair really felt like bear hair. Okay?
Oh my god.
You can't blame me for being curious,
Well,
dude.
yeah.
That's the kid in me. I've always been curious.
Sure.
That's why I have so much life experience. Because I'm always curious. I have to find out.
Yeah, so you gotta
So I
research
just
things
do
or
stuff.
do things. Yeah.
If a situation comes up, I never turn down. I very rarely turn down an opportunity to try something new.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Sure.
Now, more than ever. I was a lot more trepidatious as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And as a teenager.
Yeah.
And in college. So. It's after I started smoking pot
And that was when.
that I started getting. You can edit that out. Yeah, that I started getting experimental.
Okay.
Or like more open-minded.
Sure.
More or less black and white.
Yeah.
You know.
And that once you start thinking that way, then the possibilities.
So I thought very black and white for the first 20 years of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know?
Right.
I was very rigid.
Well, then when you talk about, and again, not to judge other people, and not to say that you're better than other people, but when you say there are people that think differently, there are people that still think in that original black and white
There's a lot of people that think that.
format. right? Like they never get past that rigid
No,
rigid thinking.
I'm not saying like that. For me, I'm saying like I had a very strong sense of good and bad, black and white.
Okay.
I mean, the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do, and drugs were definitely on the bad side.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And smoking cigarettes was
Absolutely.
definitely on the bad side.
Agreed.
And,
Yes.
you know, it wasn't until I started using drugs that I'm like, well, you know what? It's not bad. It's good. You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why are they lying to us? You know?
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Here?
Why
Well,
is this illegal?
you know,
this
it's-
is like the greatest thing I've ever had.
It's more like they were lying. It was like you weren't giving me enough information. Okay, you were right that cigarettes are bad. Like those are bad for you. Like, I'm sorry, they are, right? But there are other things that are not.
Right. So why is the bad stuff that kills you legal, and the good stuff that doesn't kill you, that makes you happy, illegal?
Population control. No, but I'm serious. Like they don't.
Because it keeps you
Your
from
vibration.
expanding your mind.
Yeah, it keeps your vibration low.
Yeah.
And when everybody's vibration is
It
low,
makes you
it's
just a
easier to
good
control.
automaton.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why there's so many infinite universes, because, you know what? If all your simulations are just the same automatic autonomic behavior, your creator's gonna be pretty bored.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And like,
It's like I didn't go through billions of years of
Yeah.
evolution for this shit.
and then it's like, you ever drive home and like you don't remember the drive,
Absolutely.
the autopilot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I imagine that those are times that your creator is bored experiencing your reality, and so he just checks out.
Yeah, right.
He's just put you on autopilot
Yeah.
in a video game simulation.
Like,
saying,
you're good, son. I'll
Yeah.
be back.
you're going home. You know the way.
Yeah.
It's completely muscle memory.
Right.
You know, I'm checking out for a little bit.
Right.
Something very interesting is going on over here.
Yeah.
In reality 2789B XJ37, right?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Oh, I'm back. It was nothing.
Just in time to prevent you from getting in that accident.
Right. Yeah, right?
Let me save your ass.
Right.
It was almost too late.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I do see like some type of mass awakening of some kind happening right
Well,
now.
yeah.
With everything going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The election of Donald Trump is exactly what Dave Chappelle said it was. It was for a reason, a higher purpose. They have it for a reason, and I see a lot more people waking up now because of it, myself included. So, but this has been something that's been building up for me for a long time.
Well, it almost feels like when you realize, it's like a child realizing that their parent can't do everything for them, or that their parent is flawed in many ways. And if you look at the government that way, even subconsciously, and you finally come to the realization that, like, oh, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, I'm really on my own here to figure my own shit out.
We all
That's
gotta
the
take
realization.
care of
We have to take
ourselves.
care of ourselves and each
Yeah.
other. Because
Right.
these motherfuckers aren't going to
Exactly.
do it.
Right. We have to take care of ourselves and each other. We only have each other to count on. We, meaning every normal person on the planet,
Yes. Yeah.
not part of the rich elite ruling class,
Mm.
the secret shadow government lizard men, whatever the hell
Whatever
you
they
call them, Illuminati bullshit.
Skull and bones.
Yeah, Vatican bullshit. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
I hope they get exposed. I hope I get myself some fucking Nazis or zombies or robots or whatever.
Or
the
Nazi
fuck.
zombie robots.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Right?
You know? That's what I was born to do. I believe that, like much like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, to every generation is born exactly what is needed in
yes.
any given situation.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the situation arises or not leads to many people living unfulfilled lives.
Wow.
Because they were born for a specific purpose in case the need should arise.
Yeah, I often
If
feel
it
this
doesn't
way. Mm-hmm.
arise, then good for the world, I guess. Sucks for you that you're disposable in that way.
And sometimes, like, that's why people want the apocalypse. Maybe they don't realize it. And it's not that you want all of that destruction, that you just want to feel that way that you would in that situation.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what you really want.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I kind of feel like that right now.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
It's not awesome because that means the world must be really fucking shitty.
The force is awakening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, something like that.
To going back to that, but
yeah, right. Something like that. Right.
Right.
The force. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like, I actually feel like one with the force right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I feel like Luke from A New Hope.
Okay.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, but he knows he feels something.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I told one of the guys I work with, hey, I think I'm psychic. He's like, really? Let's test it out. I'm like, okay. So he holds his hand behind the wall. He's like, how many fingers am I holding up? And I look at the wall, and I'm like, 3. And he pulls his hand out. He's holding up 3 fingers.
Oh shit! Here we go.
And then about a week later, we were telling one of the other coworkers about it, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's try it again. And he's like, quick, how many fingers am I holding up? I'm like, I wasn't sure, but I thought I saw something. And I'm like, I don't know. I see a shape like this. I'm like this? I'm like, that's kind of weird that he picks up his hand. He's doing this.
Oh my god.
I mean,
he was fucking with you and you saw like
come on.
That's crazy.
He was doing this.
Yeah.
2 fingers.
Uh-huh.
Right, but he's doing, and I'm like, I don't know. I see this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
That's amazing.
So that's twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So it takes one more time.
Right. Sure.
It's no longer pure luck. It's no longer coincidence. A third time, it's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Am I really psychic, or am I just in tune with the matrix?
Is there any difference?
Is there any difference?
I mean, is there?
Is there? No. Not in my mind. So, maybe I'm starting to see, because I know a lot of people that have special abilities that they keep on the DL. Because who would believe somebody that says, yeah, I have a special ability.
Right.
I can smell people. I can smell their emotions. I can see auras. I can see people's emotions. I can feel people's emotions. You know, things like that. I know a lot of people that can do that.
And
I know a lot of people, like, I can see vegetative auras. I can tell what vegetables in the grocery store are fresher than others.
sure.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
stuff like
understood.
that.
Absolutely.
I can manipulate people because I can do these things. I can manipulate other people's auras. I can manipulate other people's emotions through pheromones. These people exist.
Absolutely, they do.
Okay? I know these people. Everybody has something,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, that they're born with.
And real recognizes real.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna know when you know
Yeah.
the person.
Not until people start being honest with themselves and with other people
Mm-hmm.
will we really understand the scope and brevity of it all and come to a better understanding that you cannot distinguish hard science and sorcery, basically.
Okay.
Magic. Science and magic. Is there a difference?
I would say absolutely not. Two
No.
sides of the same coin, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So scientists need to start studying magic.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And vice versa.
For me, the magic is sacred geometry, or
Right. Fibonacci
Fibonacci
sequence.
sequences, and
Yeah.
again going back to just patterns.
And
that
again,
you can count on reliable patterns.
explained
Mm.
by a simulated universe.
Absolutely, completely, right? Because
Everything that's unexplainable explained by the simulated universe. Intelligent design. The Masons.
Masons, yeah,
Right?
yeah, right,
Intelligent design.
yeah,
The great architect.
Mhm.
The grand architect.
absolutely.
Maybe that's why they've been granted that Illuminati status, because they acknowledged the God, the creator, the intelligent design a long time ago. And they used their power for personal gain.
Oh, so you're saying the actual like Illuminati that exists today that is
Yeah.
Mm,
Why not?
yeah.
They woke up a long time ago and have been using it for personal gain. Personal gain.
But I mean, even look, how long do you do that before you fucking get bored of it and want to try a different? So like, why would you not, in the end, want to make things better for everybody? Like, what?
Because remember, we're still mortal,
Right. Okay.
and it's perpetuated by the next generation and the next generation. There's no lesson. Remember, history repeats itself because nobody ever learns from history.
Well, again,
We're always doomed to repeat it.
see, and I think that you can start to break that cycle if you can live longer, if you have a longer lifetime,
Right.
and you have more of a vested interest in making things better
Or-
in the longer term.
Or if people start to become woke at an earlier age.
Yes,
And thanks to social media,
that's
and
what's
thanks to
happening.
changing values,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to kids seeing what bullshit the world is,
Right.
and because of money, kids realize where the problems are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like kids. Remember, kids are honest.
Absolutely.
Kids see the world honestly now. And they're communicating with each other, and they're all seeing that they all see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're agreeing. That's the greatest power of social media. You can see that you're not alone.
Absolutely.
There's other people in other
So
countries
you
even.
instantly feel connected
Yeah.
to something, this global
You can
phenomenon.
see that
this thing.
everyone is going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
money versus no money.
Yeah.
Very decorative. You
Yeah.
showed a lot of skills.
You know?
Because
And I have to believe that
yes,
if I've been given,
every time I get it,
you know, this knowledge or whatever it is, I've been given all this other ability, especially now.
That it's for a reason.
Yeah.
The timing is not coincidental.
Right.
Instead of this hunk of dump over here that I'm going to have to wield heavy. So this isn't more fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much how I feel. Although what it means, I have no idea. But I'm ready. Wherever it takes me, I'm ready. At least mentally,
Yeah.
if not physically.
If not physically.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
But, you know, like Sun Tzu says, you win the battle in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you win that shit in your head.
My tensest dreams are clever escapes.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Not battles or fighting, but clever escapes from
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
are trying to get me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, definitely evasion is the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Avoidance is the best thing. Evasion is the second best thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I've run away from plenty of. I would rather run away than be forced to kill another person.
There you go, sure.
And I've done it. I've done it. I've run away rather than be forced to kill at least one or two people.
Wow.
Because they were trying to kill me. Yeah.
Damn.
This is the time in Shanghai when I was almost killed by the Chinese mafia.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Right? I told you that
Yeah, but
story.
what happened?
No, it's too fucked up, man. I don't
Yeah.
want to glorify violence.
All right.
And shit.
But suffice to say,
I did something really, really stupid,
okay?
and I almost paid very dearly for it, either with my own life or with that of a couple of punk-ass kids
Wow.
that didn't know who the fuck they were dealing with. But I didn't know who the fuck I was either until faced with that situation.
Oh, shit.
And I could tell you definitively that I was alone, faced by overwhelming odds. There must have been like 30 punk-ass kids in a
Jesus.
group.
Jeez.
I was lucky only 2 of them came after me. But I could have totally taken them out.
Uh-huh.
They wouldn't have even seen it coming.
Right.
Okay? And I didn't. I ran away. And then I got the authorities involved, and there was a whole thing, and you know, it was really stupid. I should never have been in that situation to begin with.
Okay.
And you know,
Yeah.
totally my own damn fault.
But you didn't make it worse by...
I saved myself.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saved myself from a bad situation by being my hardcore, badass, real self. Okay?
Right.
Like, that situation helped me find who I was. Like, it helped me define myself.
Sure.
When faced with a life or death situation in a foreign country against Chinese mafia and overwhelming odds, I could totally hold my own.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, yeah.
So, And I had made peace with my own mortality at a very young age.
All right.
You know, before I got into high school. I would say middle school. I had made peace with my own mortality. I spent about a year being very fearful of death and the afterlife and everything.
Okay.
And I worked through it. I worked through it on my own. Not on my own. Like I researched a lot and I you know.
Oh no, I take it to mean you sort of figured out.
Yeah, I figured it out. Like I took all the stuff that I saw and I made a conclusion. And I said, okay, there's nothing I could do about it. So why worry?
Right.
When it's my time, it's my time.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing I could do about it.
Nothing I can do.
When it's my time, it's my time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always thought like that. But now, after that, I never would, well, I can't say never. Okay. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom that, yeah, when I talk about hitting rock bottom, I mean my soul went to hell. Rock bottom. Not, I broke a nail. I'm rock bottom, you know. Okay? Or I lost my job. This is my literal rock bottom. No.
This was worse. This is...
Dude, 2013. I got divorced. I lost my job. And my dad had 5 strokes.
Yeah.
All within months of each other.
Uh-huh.
Any one of those things is traumatic enough to break a lot of people. Like 20% of people can't handle one of those things happening. Okay? In a person's life, those are 3 of the most traumatic things that can happen to any single person in their life. I had all 3 of them at once.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
That would have killed most people.
And wait, was it in that order?
No. Wait. Divorce,
Job.
No, divorce, dad, job.
Divorce, dad, job. Okay.
Divorce, dad.
Alright. So, but when you were going
Well, it
through...
wasn't even the divorce. It was the start of the divorce.
Okay. Just the whole,
This is
so
when she kicked me out of the house.
oh man, so then the whole thing runs through the rest of it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all part of the art.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When at the time, did you I mean, I guess, were you aware that it was the rock bottom? Were you ever at a point where you're like, I don't know if I can handle this, or did you just go through
that
it?
was like every fucking day.
Every day.
Okay. Unless you've been through it, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Yeah, right.
So, and it's not something I could explain to you where you would understand.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, I could come close,
Yeah,
but
it's
unless
okay.
you go through it, and I hope you never do, because it's horrible. No. Rock bottom happened here, on this very futon. I literally was at the close to the end of no, not even the end. Like, this was when I first moved here, and I just realized that I just felt completely and totally alone in the universe. Okay. Now, when I hear Christians describe hell, the way they describe it is, imagine being completely cut off from God.
Yeah.
And then they elaborate. Imagine feeling completely unloved. I don't need to imagine that. I know what it feels like.
Right.
It feels like... Have you ever had a broken heart?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, broken heart. I like to say broken heart feels like hell on earth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know how painful it is.
Yeah.
But at least with a broken heart, you can seek comfort with your family, your friends,
Yeah.
or your God.
Right.
With a broken heart,
Right.
you can seek comfort.
Uh-huh. That's a good way to look at it.
When I was in hell, I felt completely alone, a singularity. Nothing, nobody, totally unloved and alone.
Wow.
All I felt was despair and sadness.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It felt like a broken heart and a broken soul. It felt like somebody was stabbing me from the inside of my soul out, like around the solar plexus area.
Sure.
I just got this intense, sharp pain deep in my soul. Like all I could do was curl up in the fetal position and wish I was dead.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. I thought that was a panic attack. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, people who have panic attacks are seriously ill. If that's
not
what
that bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I never had a panic attack in my life. I don't know. I
Okay.
thought that's what I thought it was.
All right.
And it wasn't until a couple months ago that I'm talking with my coworker Joni,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, David, oh, let me tell you this story, you know. I got a glimpse of hell. And so she started describing it to me.
Right.
And I'm like, Joni, let me stop you right there. I know exactly what you feel like because I've been there. I know it. I know what you're talking about. I've been there. I was in hell? You're telling me I was in hell? I got really excited. I'm like, shit, I was in hell! And I made it out!
Yeah, right.
My rock bottom was in literal hell? You can't get much more rock bottom than that.
Right.
Literal hell.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not lying when I say I hit rock bottom. I hit the most rock bottom you can absolutely
It's hell.
hit. It's literal hell.
Complete loneliness. Yeah.
Complete alone.
Mm-hmm.
Which, and I'm like, okay, creationist, now you know what your God felt like. That's why he created the universe.
All right.
And I'm like, okay, scientist, this is where your singularity is that created the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being that singularity.
Mm-hmm.
How sucky that is.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
And if you had the chance to create all of this, why not?
Why not?
Now imagine it's a simulated reality and your Big Bang is nothing more than the flick of a switch to turn on the power of the computer or the program, whatever it is.
But yeah, exactly.
And your 7 days of creation is just...
The boot of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In the expanding universe that's infinite, it's just the program writing itself as it goes, whatever it is.
You know, I always just think of simulation theory as just a different language for the same thing. You know.
Yeah, sure, why not?
We're in a
why not?
simulation.
Yeah,
whatever.
why not? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. Okay,
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
to call it that?
Yeah, call it that, call it
I mean, you know,
this, call it whatever you want.
It does
Tomato,
get more
tomato.
complicated than that because then you start asking like, well, what kind of simulation and who's running
Yeah.
it, and is it our future selves running an ancestor simulation, or is it
I have
something?
a theory on that.
Okay.
What if we're actually the robot overlords?
Oh yeah, yeah. You said this.
And what if our higher selves outside of the simulation are actually the robot overlords?
The robot overlords who just
And
want
we live in this simulation because this is the only way that we can feel anything.
to. Wow.
What if this really is the better reality?
Uh huh. And that's why
Wouldn't
everybody's
you want to
scrambling
make
to
it?
get here.
Wouldn't you want to live the best life you could?
Sure. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
What? Why do we keep coming back? If it's so bad and horrible, why do we keep coming back?
Mm.
Because maybe the afterlife is worse.
That would be, yeah.
Fucked up.
That would be
Majorly fucked up.
Yes, it would.
Right?
Because you have to say there are.
That's
people
why
that wanna
we
come
forget. That's why we.
Here. Oh Jesus, that's totally flipping it on its head.
Right?
See,
Because
the
we
idea
want to
of
forget
forgetting
how
is
horrible it is.
oh my God, because you're supposed
Right?
to forget how wonderful it is, so that you can
Exactly.
enjoy the realness of the game on Earth.
Exactly.
But you're talking about like no, it's really
What if we're Daleks?
right. Oh God. Yeah.
Imagine. I mean, scientists have calculated there's 11 dimensions to reality, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Or 11 dimensions of 11 dimensions. Like we're in 3 dimensions. There's 2 dimensions. I mean, yeah.
At least 11.
So what the?
Right.
No. A like a
Only
finite
11.
number, only 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever that means, I don't know what that means.
You have class?
See, he's a man of action.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how I am. I hate boring humdrum, you know, sitting behind that shit. I'd
Oh.
rather be out doing something, you know. I like action.
Steal from that suit of armor. Chainsaws. It's the car
Like the action's much more fulfilling for me, you know. I like to work with my hands.
You can only
Yeah.
use materials.
It's just that I'm old and broken and I hurt that it's slowing me down
Okay.
now, you know. I have to sit, you know, I have to lie down. I can't do all the physical shit that I want to do because you know, I'm always in pain.
Right.
You
That's
know,
when that term comes to my head.
So,
Pay attention to the
it
details
sucks.
because the details matter.
but
One of the
You
things
know.
that I enjoy about Forged in Fire.
there's one thing that's really good about my
We are
nunchucks and stuff. I could at least swing them around on the couch. You
Yeah,
know, get a
right.
little bit of work out my wrists anyway.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
Right. I still don't have a lot of great control though.
Has your pain subsided from what it was before?
Yeah, you know what? I took my own advice and I said, all right, I gotta fix this myself. So what I've been doing is I've been lying down at night, and instead of doing stretches now, I decided to try an experiment, and I started pressing on my spine, like trying to get in between my vertebrae where the bulging discs are.
Sure.
and just finding spots that are painful
Uh-huh.
and just pressing them.
Dude, I do the same thing.
Do you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I try to find where it hurts like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most, like get
Yeah,
really,
and then
really
try
in
and
it.
press the bulge back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And get it off the nerve.
Sure.
Yeah. So what I found out was
Uh-huh.
that it starts up here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And like, so I started clicking a lot of shit, and I felt each one as I did it. And I'm like, holy shit. I got one up here that's affecting. I got another one that's affecting here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I discovered that on my own.
Wow.
Did you discover that on
Well,
your
yeah.
own?
I mean, I can feel these
Right.
like knots, these
Right.
total blocks, and there's one up here,
Yeah.
and then it goes down over to here,
Yeah.
and then over in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel them.
Yeah. And it's not something that anybody else could do for you because
It's hard to explain. To
you're
them.
the only one that can feel where
Yes.
it's coming from.
Right.
So you literally have to fix yourself.
Right. You can have somebody that knows, and you could tell them,
So how
okay,
do you-
stop there.
Do you
press-
only press on the back or do you press from all four directions?
What do you mean all four directions?
Ah. I also press from the front
Oh, okay. No, I don't do that.
and I also press from the side
That's interesting.
because some of it, and I can feel it,
Uh-huh.
it's not on the back. It's coming from the front
A different part.
or it's coming from the side. The side ones are a bitch over here because your whole fucking shoulder, collarbone, all this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
What you'll notice though, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all.
Get it out.
As long as you're pressing and you're separating
Uh-huh.
at the same time,
Yeah, sure.
you can feel the bulges go back, and you
Okay.
can feel the pain go away,
Right.
or
That's
move,
amazing.
or something. You know?
And a lot of it is,
Yeah.
I mean, even just concentrating on it and concentrating on
Yeah.
the idea of healing the
Yeah.
pain will
Yeah.
help make it
We're
go away.
we're all so out of tune with our own bodies.
Yep, absolutely.
It's horrible. Why is that? Why are we so out of touch with our own bodies?
Because you only get gym twice a week in a school system.
I guess so.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
I'm being facetious, but at the same time,
Yeah.
that's really what it is. Is we're
But
not.
we're not even taught to like explore our own bodies.
Yeah, right. Or
Yeah.
appreciate it, or test the limits of it, or
Yeah. Or,
even be put in a situation of real crisis where we're tested. Other than sports,
the physical people are more in touch with their bodies than the mental people are.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the nutritionalists.
Well, you can also argue that the physical people are more in touch with the mental, because think about a good athlete with their mind, the coordination that has to be going on in their mind as well.
That's
to
why
achieve a flow state.
That's why the best athletes are not only good physically, they're also smart.
Right.
The best people of anything,
Mm-hmm.
even like in business, the best people are not just smart, they're also physical in some way. You know, they're more complete people, they're better, they're more rounded people.
Sure.
You know, they have more life experience. And really, that's the meaning of life, and is to give your life meaning. But your life is your own. Everybody's life is their own,
Yes.
individual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you to give your own life meaning.
Absolutely.
And what is that? Well, what do you like to do? Right?
Yeah.
What do you feel attracted to? What do you think is your calling?
What is the thing that, if you're not doing it, makes you feel either guilty or not fulfilled because you're not doing it? What is the thing where you say to yourself, oh, I know I should be doing that right now because I love to do that?
Yeah, or whatever it is. Because it's different for everybody.
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. And like for me, it just happens that, okay, I guess I have to, just kind of act like a leaf on the wind or something, and just let life take me wherever the hell it's going to take me, and then just act on it.
I feel like that's been my underlying philosophy all along, but it's so counter to how you're trained to interact with the world. Yeah, right. You need a plan. You need where are you headed to next? Like, what is your goal? What do you hope to be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years.
Well, why do you think that way? See, it all comes down to how you think.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yourself.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that way. It's always been a challenge to think that way.
Yeah.
And
that's why you're more woke than most people, because you think differently.
Yeah, but I've made a lot of concessions too.
Well, hey,
like, I do appreciate the value of being woke in a world that's mostly asleep, and being the servant who is helping wake others up.
Right. I don't even know that you're asking for help, though. Like, right? You're not saying that you want to change, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by what? Just like, I'm asking.
Like, what would it take for you to fully accept yourself for who you are and be perfectly satisfied in that? What would it take? Because I know you don't feel that way right now.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I really don't know.
Nobody is, right?
I mean, like, I could cite external things, right? I could say, well, if I was just exercising on a regular basis, I would just feel better in general. Or then I could switch it and say, well, if I was writing more or produced a book and was able to produce content that others... So there's like that. But is that really what I'm looking for, Right. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm so blessed, and I've been given anything I could ever ask or hope for, to the point of even being spoiled in my life. So what reason would I have to to complain or worry or to feel any sense of lack whatsoever? Why would there be a need right now to feel a sense of lack?
Right.
First off, to address the elephant in the room,
Well,
there's nothing tactical about
so
it.
what have you
Show me a
explored
single
already?
law enforcement officer or soldier who would seriously...
In terms of...
What have you done?
Well, I don't know if I've done anything. I don't know if I've done anything.
So you haven't done anything physically, it's all been mental?
Yeah. I mean, yoga is the only thing that's ever worked, but I don't do anything consistently. Like, even if it was, for Doug it's running, so I think, like, well, maybe running.
Right. There's been a big change in Doug since he started doing physical activity.
Right. Yeah.
It was something that he's been missing in his life.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So
remember
he's
how I
embraced it.
felt when I was running or biking or serious about that shit. Like,
Nah, you're a smoker, dude. So fuck that shit.
yeah.
You don't need that shit. I don't do that shit.
Yeah, but
I don't need
still.
that
Pretty
shit.
low carbon content. Just
Well, what
cheap
about
steel.
nunchucks?
So I was
Maybe.
prepared that this would get
That's something,
damaged
like I
very
said,
easily.
that's something I do on the couch.
Or even
Look,
something as
I got
simple as...
nunchucks right behind you. I got wooden ones and
Mainly
acrylic
due to
ones.
the shape of the blade.
But
Try them out.
even
See
something
how
as
they
simple
feel.
as
Very soft steel. That's quite a chunky blade. You can see how thick
not
it is.
smoking cigarettes anymore. Like, that would definitely be...
Fuck that. If you're a fucking smoker, so just act like a
Embrace it, right?
smoker. Yeah, embrace it
fucking
and
embrace
just
Not
accept
a
it.
very fine point.
Yeah, I smoke. I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Right.
Sturdily designed.
I like it.
Results weren't
I'm
surprising
addicted.
when using this.
guess they go to jail for so covered and
If I ever reach a point where I decide I want to try and quit, then I'm going to try and quit.
So essentially,
You know?
this is more of a war pick.
It's different for
than
every
a single
individual.
swing. I mean, even a fairly
But the one I would
casual
come
swing
back to is
with
travel.
this
I feel like if I was
will into things quite easily.
semi-frequently
So it is
in an
certainly a
environment
very
where
effective design. However,
all
when
of
I
my
decide-
senses were being challenged, I was seeing new things.
Yeah.
Then I'd be fine. Then I could come back to, this North Jersey
Yeah.
or whatever the bullshit. As long as I knew though that it was going to be a consistent okay, I'm going to get to see.
Right. Where have you traveled before?
Well, a bunch of places, but just nowhere in years. So Italy,
Right.
Amsterdam,
Right.
Caribbean. But
You need. Yeah, I can see it.
I'm
can
the
see.
totally best person when I'm completely out of my element.
Yeah,
when I'm in
yeah,
unfamiliar
yeah.
surroundings. Is then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this guy.
Right.
This is the guy that can communicate with the outside world.
Right.
With no problem.
Right.
Nobody knows who he actually is, so he can just be that.
Right.
Nobody has any prior experience.
No preconceived
No
notions.
preconceived notions. That's
Right.
it. Thank you.
It's very powerful having a positive family, the power of the prayer, and God, plus a positive attitude. All those things mean so much to get you through life.
We covered all the important stuff.
That's right. So now let's cover the unimportant stuff.
It's a microcosm of all of the pain of the United States.
Ooh.
You see, getting these moves.
We left off on a specific thought thread. You don't remember where we ended it.
I'm not sure I remember what I did yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. When you're in the moment, there's only this moment.
I guess tune in next time when I have some interesting shit to talk about. Other than that, I love you. I love the world. Peace out.
Yes, sir. I avoid responsibility. That way nobody feels compelled to put me in a position of power.
Be excited, because now it's here. Shiny gift of a lesson that you have in front of you. And now you have to work through it. You really have to, if you want to and you're tired of it, you have to work through it.
Why not? And give yourself, I would call it a dose of real reality. I mean, where nothing makes sense but everything works.
Let's be real. None of this is real.
I feel like I'm telling a story.
What's your advice for people in life?
My advice is to stay strong, be helpful, be smart, be brave, be powerful, be kind, and be loving to everyone, even your pets.
People are like, oh, wouldn't you get lonely when all your loved one dies? Like, no, you get new loved ones.
We really don't know what's in store for us. We really don't know.
Well, would you want to know?
Well, no.
Let's say something bad happened to you. Move on. It already happened. Just move on to the better things in life.
I hope it's really not just us. Right. Everyone else is like, self-created eternal hell. No. Every waking moment is a joyous experience of growth and opportunity. I find myself totally spiritual centered and at peace with the balance between me and the rest of the universe.
What a heck of time!
After all that, they won the game.